Hi, Jewish mom. Those of you who have been following these Mommy Pep Talks for a long time will remember that every single year for the last 6 years since I joined Rabbi Ari Niven's personal development Chabura, I've been talking about the 72 days of Chesed, the 72 days of loving kindness. So let me explain. Tonight, Sunday night, is the 25th day of Adar, which parallels the 25th day of Elul, when the world was created. So let's say today, it's like in a way the second creation of the world. The 25th day of Adar. So according to, so what does that mean? What does it mean for us? According to the Leshem, who was a great Kabbalist, who also was the grandfather of Harav Eliashiv Zatzal. So the Leshem talked about that he said that on the 25th day of Adar, it's the beginning of 72 days of Chesed. 72 is the gematria, the numerical value of Chesed, loving kindness. And these are the days which are the most misugal, the most auspicious days of the whole year to work on your character traits and to change your character traits. So what do we need to do? So what Rabbi Niven, like in accordance with what the Leshem says, what Rabbi Niven tells us to do is for these 72 days, choose something that you would really like to change about yourself. It can be anything. It can be like any kind of trait that you want to work on. Maybe patience, maybe anger, maybe an eating issue, maybe something in your some kind of issue in your marriage. Something that you want to change. And so what you need to do is take a microscopic action which will be working towards that with this thing that you want to work on. What you're ultimately working to is that on Shavuot, which is the end of the 72 days of Chesed, that you are supposed to have a Har Sinai vision, a Mount Sinai vision. It'll be who you will be when this whole plan is over. Like when you so what you need to do is you need to every day take a microscopic step towards reaching what you want to reach, towards reaching your Har Sinai vision. Let's say you're someone with a lot of issues related to eating, overeating, or with emotional eating or unhealthy eating. So Rabbi Niven this year gave the example of you could choose to every day put 1 teaspoon less in your coffee every day. Okay, it's a microscopic thing, but the amazing power of these days is that if you give $1, Hashem will give you back $10,000. Right? You give $1 of effort, Hashem will reward you with $10,000. And I've been doing this for 6 years, and every year I choose something something I'm really struggling with and something that I really want to work on. And by Shavuot, really, it's amazing that it can be just the smallest microscopic thing, and it really makes a huge difference. So I just want to give you an example. Last year, so I had a certain child who I was struggling with, and I was having a difficult time enjoying this child's company. So I decided that what I would do is every day, I would notice this child doing something which was cute, and I would take a picture with my phone of this child. For example, this child would be on the swing at the playground. Take a picture. I was like, oh, that's a sweet picture. Or the child would wear an article of clothing which I liked, and I thought this child was cute in this article of clothing. Take a picture. And really by Shavuot, I just saw it really changed. It changed how I felt about this child. And also up until that point, I saw that the child had been kind of clingy and kind of getting on my nerves. And as soon as I started making these microscopic steps towards coming towards this child and trying to see the chen, like the beauty in this child, then it really changed this child also. Then they also changed. When they felt me changing, then they also changed. So what am I working towards this year? So what I would like to work on is I've been feeling like as a mother, I feel like I'm kind of something I talk a lot about on JewishMom.com is being present with your children and really appreciating your time with them and appreciating your role as a mother. And the reason maybe I talk about that all the time is something that I also struggle with. So what I would like to work on, I would like to work on being more present with my especially younger children and enjoying their company more. So two images from my Har Sinai vision for Shavuot. Two things come to mind. Two images. One is that the other day I was picking up my children from from nursery school, and I saw another mother looking down at her daughter, and I saw her looking just so happy, like this is so much love and affection and and just wonder at this child, like. And I just thought, wow, I would like to look like that mother when I'm hanging out with at least occasionally when I'm hanging out with my younger children. And another thing that I read, another part of the Har Sinai vision, which maybe I will put up on my fridge, is I just started reading the first chapter of Quicksand, which is a new sort of serial story book, in Bina magazine by Libby Lazunik. Quicksand, and so she says that she talks about her relationship with her mother. Okay, so she said, like, when she was a child, how close she was with her mother, and she said, long after my two older siblings had grown big enough to be out at school and with their friends all day, my mother and I had inhabited a happy little world of our own. She'd left her job when I was born and never returned to it. We spent the sweet, long, lazy days together, playing, reading, running errands, baking, talking, laughing. When I was in kindergarten, someone once asked me if I had a best friend. Sure, I answered promptly, my mommy. The other child had looked skeptical, but I'd been absolutely convinced. Okay, so what I would like, I know that there's a difference. I would like to I'm aware that that there's a difference between being a friend and a mother and that. But there is something about this image of kind of like the long, lazy, sweet days spent together with so much, just kind of like this wonderful kind of feeling of togetherness and enjoying each other's company described here. And I think that for me is my Har Sinai vision. It's something that I attain occasionally, and I think I'd like to attain it more and on a more regular basis. So how am I going to do that? So what I would like to do for my Har Sinai, from my project for 72 days, is I would like to, it's very similar to last year, but last year was with a specific child, and this year I'd like to do it with my younger children as a group. Basically, I think my 5 younger children, to every day notice at least one thing that one of them says or does, which I think is really adorable, or sort of makes an impression on me or moves me, and write it down, and then parallel also to be taking pictures of my children doing cute things, and to have like by Shavuot, make a kind of an album of the 72 days in the life of the Weisberg family. Something like that, okay? So wish me luck. I'm doing it. I want to just recommend to you Jewish moms to try it. It doesn't matter if you're hearing this, it's starting on Sunday. Sunday, which is the 4th day. I'm sorry. It's the night of the 3rd of April. But if you're hearing this pep talk on Wednesday, if you're hearing it next week, you're hearing it whenever, it doesn't matter. Just start wherever you are. Doesn't matter if you miss a few days. But the main thing is to choose something first that you are excited about, the idea that excites you. The idea for me of making this album is really exciting. I'm excited about it. So choose something. It might not be like if there's something you feel like this is really what I should be working on. I should be working on my, on my overeating, on my difficult relationship with my mother-in-law. Whatever it is, if it's hard, it's like gritting your teeth to do it, don't choose that thing. Try and think of something which excites you, which you're excited about every day, taking one teensy microscopic step towards working on it. And I think you will see, I can nearly guarantee you, that come Shavuot, if you do this every single day, 7 days a week, there has to be, the main thing is really taking something very microscopic, not too hard that then you won't be able to do it every day. Choose something microscopic that you can do it every single day for 72 days, and and do it consistently, and you will see, mamash, I almost guarantee you, miracles, as I have seen. Okay? So in conclusion, so we're starting the 72 days of chesed, of loving kindness, according to the Leshem, the great Kabbalist, the grandfather of Harav Eliashiv Zatzal. So he said that the 25th day of Adar, it parallels the 25th day of Elul when the world was created. The 25th day of Adar is like, it's like a second creation of the world when we are able, it starts a period of 72 days, which are the most powerful, auspicious days of the entire year to change our character traits, to work on ourselves, and change who we are. And so I want to recommend to you, I highly recommend to you, this is one of the highlights of my year, and I recommend to you to do it too, to choose something microscopic and now go for it. Something very, very small. It can be even something that takes a minute a day. It doesn't matter. Something that you're excited about, something that you're going to do, and you will see, come Shavuot, I think you'll see dramatic. Every single year, I and myself have seen dramatic changes. And Rabbi Niven, every year, like among the hundreds and hundreds of participants of his Chabura, so every year, like then there's he shares, people send in the miracle stories, the incredible things that have happened as a result of just doing this 1 minute a day. Or it can be more a day. If you have time, you can spend more time a day. But even just 1 minute a day, even just less, for me to just write down a cute thing my kid said, maybe it won't even take a minute. To write that down and take a picture might not even take a minute, but doesn't matter. The thing that matters is consistency in doing it, and go for it. I think you're going to see amazing things. Go for it, Jewish mom. Okay, and I bless all of you Jewish moms with an amazing, amazing week.